Hello, welcome back to the Curios cast. This week we discuss taxidermy mice whistle, a grenade butt plug found in a forest in Germany, and a Japanese man with 35 girlfriends.
I gotta say, yeah, just your impression of the song. Every time I was listening back to it,
It's awful. Every week I try and bring us into the song, and I don't know. I don't even know what the song sounds like.
You sort of do like a different song. Like the ending you're doing is almost countdown. I think you're doing like.
Yeah, it is. That is definitely countdown.
We should just have you as the intro. Just you doing that.
I'm
It's
sure
like the
one
intro
day
video.
Rob will probably just not put the intro on and just leave my voice on there.
I've almost left you a few times just over it.
Yeah, another week, another weird news.
Yeah, welcome back everyone. Welcome back. Hope it's been a good week. Rob's back after his absence last week. How are you, Rob?
I'm good. I'm grand. I'm refreshed. I've been out in the fresh air, climbing, cooking outside, walking mountains, all that good shit.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
lovely. What mountains did you go? Where'd you go? Peak District,
Peak
wasn't it?
District, yeah. Did Kinder Scout. Went up Kinder Scout. Do you know at the top of Kinder Scout, right? So there's like a Kinder Scout walk. It was like Kinder Scout Circular or something. So we walk up it. And then we get to the top and I realise I'm following on that app. I've got an app called All Trails. It's really good. And you... it's kind of like an OS map thing on it, and you download the route beforehand. But yeah, we look at the route, and then I realised we're not actually doing the summit Kinder Scout. The summit we're doing is called Kinder Low, and I was like, oh, well, let's actually... You can see Kinder Scout just like off the path we're doing. Well, let's do that extended bit, maybe another 3 kilometres, and we'll do Kinder Low. We'll do Kinder Scout as well, but we got up there and there was just absolutely nothing to mark. It's the weirdest thing. It's just like this, almost like this open wasteland. You get to the top, you can't really tell you're up high either. It's bizarre. It's like this really alien kind of landscape up there, but there's absolutely nothing marking the Kinder Scout peak. When you get to Kinder Low, it is like one of those summit stone things you have. There's like trigonometry things. I found out what they were the other day. Balan told me when I was up in the Peak District. Trigonometry stones. They mark the. They use it to like map stuff, and that's why they put them up high. It's not a summit stone per se. Anyway, they are at the summit generally. But there was nothing at the Kinder Scout one. Just nothing. There was nothing to know that you were there. I guess that's why no one fucking bothers going there, and why the map was just like not taking me there.
So is it part of like a bigger mountain? Is it like a...
Well, I think Kinder Scout is the name of the area perhaps now, even though the peak you do was Kinder Low.
We should start a petition. Get Kinder Scout its trigonometry stone.
Yeah.
Justice.
Yeah.
Kinder
I guess it's because there's
Scout.
no line of sight. Like I think there needs to be like a sort of line of... Balan was saying there needs to be like a line of sight from that to like another one or something. I don't know.
Maybe they should just put a giant Kinder egg at the top.
That'd be good.
I think
kindergarten.
I think it's because it's like kinda that we like. It's not Kinder. It's kinda. It's like because it's kinda like a mountain. It's not
not fully there.
not fully a mountain.
Kinda,
Right? It's just
yeah.
kinda. It's kind of a,
Mountain-ish.
it's like kind of a summit,
Yeah.
but like it's just more of a
Love it.
Anyway, but it was good.
I miss the outdoors. I miss mountains. I miss hills.
Yeah, I missed it. It was good. You're fucking right.
Oh yeah,
next to
you're
those,
in the
aren't
flattest
Yeah.
lands of all.
you? Oh yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I've been pleasantly surprised. Where we're living, there's hills. At the weekend we went for a walk and there's pretty substantial hills up and down, forests.
Lovely.
So you wouldn't have thought it's Holland, really. Lynn gets so triggered when I tell her I can't believe there's hills here. She just gets so triggered by it.
Well, it's because I think isn't the word Netherlands doesn't that originates from the words flat lands? I think like
Lowlands, isn't it, or something?
Oh, is it low? I thought it was
so.
flat, but I thought like nether was like I don't know, an old timey word in some language for flat.
Flat or low or something. It's definitely to do with the fact that it's like, it's not much going in terms of height. But I think like around Amsterdam it is well flat, so that's why people have got the opinion of Holland as being like really flat, because that's normally the only place people go to, right?
Yeah. The western side.
I just that I'm going to end up on. I was really worried about. I don't really want to pour this on camera because I'm going to end up on shit London Guinness or something. I'm pouring it into a fucking Copperberg glass out of a can, and it's just fizzed up. It's going to be fucking awful.
Go on, lift it up.
Nah, they're not. Carry on.
While you're doing that, who's going first? We've got some weird news again this week.
Well, I think I would say Rob, but obviously he's busy with his
He's busy.
terrible
I'm ready,
pouring.
mate. I'm ready with this. Look at this. Fucking,
No, it's not too
shit
bad.
London pints, yeah, but just being in not being in a Guinness glass qualifies you instantly. I think.
You've got no clover in the foam.
No, they definitely don't like that either. I don't think.
Or a logo in the flame.
A shamrock.
Logo in the
you mean,
flame.
Anyway,
Logo in the flame.
Don't you mean? And a fucking clover, is it? You Philistine.
What is it? Just a Guinness logo, isn't it?
A shamrock.
Oh yeah, same thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
What is a shamrock? I thought that was a clover leaf.
They're green.
I think it's similar. I think it's from the same genus. I don't know. I could be chatting shit.
Gina, it's your girlfriend, isn't it? Gina.
Anyway, yeah, I'll fucking go first. Go on, I'll
Go on,
welcome us back in.
Have a welcome return.
Now,
Welcome return for Rob.
Mine was actually inspired by listening to you guys. In my absence, I thought I'd actually listen to the episode for once. It's a bit weird listening to myself, but it was good to enjoy it. So I was actually listening on the drive home today. There was a bit where you started talking about taxidermy. I can't remember what you were talking about.
I was talking about
nuts and then,
squirrels.
oh yeah, and they're
And
probably
funny pictures of squirrels that are not real squirrels. They're
that's
dead.
it. Yeah, and they're probably taxidermy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, I just then tried to find something about taxidermy because I wanted to lead me tangentially onto something else I want to talk about. So I'll start with this. Funnily enough, right? Both of the things I want to talk about. Shout out to long-time listener Turkish Glenn, because this is from Plymouth Live, and he used to live in Plymouth, and he was once the face of Plymouth, right? So I don't know, it was one of those weird like competitions. They stop you in a fucking shopping centre, and he's like, "Do you want to be on the face of Plymouth?" And it was like a modelling thing. I don't know.
Good looking fella then, old Turkish Glenn.
Back in the day, he had his looks about him, you know.
Big ups.
Yeah, no, big ups to yeah. But yeah, I'm not sure if he was the face of Plymouth, but he was like runner up, which makes
One
it
of them.
it makes it even funnier. Like third in face of Plymouth. It's like an Alan Partridge kind of thing. Anyway, so this is from the Plymouth Live. It is people are going crazy for Wacky Jack's taxidermy mice whistles. By people, there's no context to what people. So they may be being generous with that, right? It's fucking horrible, I'll be honest with you.
I was about to say that sounds horrible.
It is horrible.
Yeah. Do you want to guess what that is, Tom?
I think I can work it out. I am pretty smart, but is it
Fucking hell.
a dead mice, which is the plural for mouse, that have been taxidermied into whistles that you blow into, and they make whistling noises.
Basically, it's fucking horrible. I'll send you the link, and oops.
Oh.
It's actually come out there. You can see it, and it's just it's what you expect it to be. So the 25-year-old taxidermist who's briefly turned dead rats into pencil cases and a deceased rabbit into a toaster. See, I found that one first, then it linked me onto this one, and because it was from Plymouth Live, I had to go with it. Thinks he's made his most fun item yet with whistles made from dead mice.
This guy's a fucking maniac.
It's horrible, isn't it? Like,
he looks like a maniac.
he does, doesn't he?
At first glance in that photo, because I only saw his shoulders, it looked like he was wearing a hospital gown.
That's what I thought. He looks like he's sitting in hospital.
Yeah.
Like even the backdrop and everything is kind of hospital-y.
That's
Jack,
fucking
who
horrible,
runs
that.
The World Around You, spelled EWE, has received fucking loads, from his comments of the whistles, which he said, say I'm caning that, that's more than we get. Comments from the videos of the whistles, which he said, you just pucker your lips, stick them on the bum and blow. The eccentric businessman said he's always excited and surprised when his items sell because he's unsure how many people want to hold a dead mouse to their face. Strange, I don't know why I'm sure about that. Yeah, strange thought. It had been a while since I made anything practical, but I wanted it to be something you can play with too. Something for everyone. Everyone likes whistling, but not many people enjoy hearing other people's whistle. So I feel it'd be nice to give the listener something to enjoy too. Anyone can sharpen a pencil in a rat's I guess that's it started out. I can't even tell what I was going to say. Buttocks,
Bumhole.
Without much practice.
Bumhole started out.
Or buttocks start out. Yeah,
BU.
BU.
Yeah.
Yeah, without much practice. But not everyone can put a dead mouse to their lips and crack out a tune. It's fucking horrible.
That is horrible. That picture.
While some people might the product grim, I guess might think the product grim. Mr. Devaney said that people seem to really like them, and he's made quite a few sales. Leanne Walker said, "This is amazing." Someone said, "Huge support from Hungary." It is amazing what you are doing. Disturbing, but quality. Laurie Vickers added, "Cracked me up. I love his stuff." He said he is desensitized to taxidermy as he worked in a butcher's from a young age. So basically, he's a fucking psycho, is what he's saying there. He previously told Plymouth Live, "I don't get queasy. The only thing that made me question my career choice," yeah, great, and also made me feel a bit weird was when I started making key rings. The initial ones were made out of intestines and bits of skin and paws, and they were fine. But I thought people might like it if I squeezed out the contents of the intestines and did hearts and drawings in the resins before it's set. Turns out that's my line, or close to it anyway. Never knew I had one. It wasn't the smell of it, though. It was the texture. Imagine greasy sand. That's fucked up.
That's wrong.
No wonder that's your fucking line, you sick cunt. But obviously,
Can't meet a number one.
But
He's
obviously,
back.
it's from a recently defrosted mouse. So cold, greasy sand.
That's horrible. He's a lunatic, and he's going to murder someone
He's a
one
fucking
day.
lunatic and he's going to kill someone.
I mean, just because you don't get queasy, like I don't really get queasy about this kind of stuff, but I don't do it. Like just because, like, if I don't know, if someone sort of presented me with like a dead mouse and was like, "Oh, look, there's intestines and stuff," I wouldn't be queasy. I wouldn't feel grossed out. I'd just be like, "Why the fuck are you showing me this?
Yeah.
Like this is, are you into this? Like, I'm not." Some people are fucking mental, aren't they?
Some people are mental.
And
Anyway.
with that, it's
How much money is he making from it? Not a lot, surely.
it's literally just a whistle with a mouse stuck over it. It's not like he's made it. You know, it's like a piece of art where he's managed to make
Yeah.
a
Shaped like a
literal
carcass.
whistle
Yeah.
out of a
Like the vegan alternative, right, which is far superior, is fucking whistles. You just reminded me, whistles made out of vegetables. You ever seen this? People make instruments out of vegetables, and they do it. They ain't just sticking a plastic fucking thing up a carrot. They hollow out
Yeah.
a carrot and actually make genuinely half decent music by carving it like an instrument would be carved and putting holes in it. And they do it with like all kinds of different fruit.
They do like gourds and stuff. And
Yeah, and they put maybe an actual mouthpiece over it, and play them, and they sound surprisingly good.
Man, that's
Yeah.
right up your street. That's like two of your favourite things, fucking vegetables and music.
Yeah, I might get into it. I'll make one for next episode. I'll play the outro on the.
What are the best vegetables to turn into instruments? Obviously, like a carrot carving out into a whistle is a pretty good one.
Yeah, no, I think it was probably quite challenging. Like, as George said, anything gourd-like. So, you know, like a nice big marrow or something to the effect, or like a butternut squash, I reckon would be
I reckon
really
that'd be a
good.
good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about any
Butternut
other
squash would be good.
instruments?
That'd be like an oboe.
Butternut squash, but butternut squash would be hard to hollow out and keep intact, though, wouldn't it? How would you?
Yeah,
Can't
that
think
is
how you'd
true.
do
Yeah,
that.
too mushy.
Big parsnip. I reckon a parsnip would be good. Big, massive one.
Big parsnip would be good. Yeah, it would be good. I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna give you a blast on the old whatever the fuck it is.
I can see you doing that for the rest of your life. Just like living somewhere like Plymouth, you know, by the sea in a little fisherman's hut, selling gourds that you fashioned into clarinets or something.
Yeah.
With your Thai fisherman's trousers on.
But I loved him. Anyway, but my this is what was going to lead me on to, right? So, fuck that cunt. But to be fair, mine's not grim, but like it still involves taxidermy. So, and me not doing it. But right, when I was at uni, me and me mate who lived in Plymouth, we went to different unis. But anyway, he was doing film, I was doing music. So we did a little collaboration at one point, and we decided to it was uni. We decided to freeze items in big blocks of ice and then thaw them out while time lapsing it. And then I put this weird music over it where I there's this thing you could do called like convolution, where you like mix one sound with another sound, and it makes this weird blend of like the waveforms. So I was recording like freezers and then blending them with like instruments and stuff to make these like, because obviously I was freezing stuff, so I was like, oh, we'll blend it with the freezer sound, man. You know? And so the soundtrack was this weird sort of like ambient, like sort of stuff, like this stuff defrosted, right? Things like there was like army men in a block of ice, and we did it over by, you know, Co-Asphalt, George?
Yeah.
Where those like things are, we defrosted those there, sat there for like 8 hours, just fucking all we had was just to press, take a picture every minute or something as well. We didn't have any sort of automatic button thing or anything, or, you know. Anyway. And then one of them was a dead baby bird that I found in the garden, and we put it in an old like vintage bird cage in a block of ice and then froze out. So that had to go in one of our parents' freezers. They love that, right? But then, but we were out in I was decided I wanted to make a go-kart one day or something. I mean, this is like the thing you do when you're like maybe 12. I was 19 at uni, and we thought we were going to make a go-kart. I don't know. So me and my mate Steve we heard there was like a sort of tip where people been like a local tip, a bit was like a fly tip inside, right? But like maybe there's going to be some wheels or something there. So we went having a look about, and there was like this old sort of like caravan type thing. I don't know what it was, like a cabinet thing. And we looked inside it, and there was just a fucking stuffed fox. There was a taxidermy stuffed fox, and it was horrible. It was like, because it was obviously old enough that someone had decided to throw it away, so its eyes weren't really sort of there, and it was like eating a bird. It was like standing on this. No, its plaque was there, and it was eating like a taxidermed bird. Yeah, it was fucking horrible. I was just like, gotta freeze that. So we got it. I took it home in my mate's truck, and then I stuck it in my parents' shed for a while, and I didn't tell my dad because I knew he wouldn't like it. But I told my mum, right? But I kind of forgot about it. So I just like went back to uni. This was like while I was back in one of the breaks. Went back to uni and forgot about it. My mum phoned me up one day, and she was crying. Like, she couldn't speak. She was crying with laughter. She couldn't even tell. I was going, what is going on? She was just like, she couldn't even barely tell me what was happening. She was like, oh, the fox. She was like, your dad. She was like, he went into the garden and he opened the shed, and he absolutely shit himself. He just thought there was a fox inside. He's going, what the fuck is that? He's going, what's that fucking boy? What is that? He was going, why is it in there? I got a fucking heart attack. She was crying like in the back. I go, it's not fucking funny.
That is good.
But then right, eventually,
like a split second, your brain would obviously just think that it is a live animal there. Like you'd think there's a fox there, you'd be like, what the fuck? And then shed, you sort of flinch and realise it hasn't moved, and its eyes falling out and shit.
Yeah, he just jumped a mile. Yeah. I wish I'd seen it. Her and my sister were just crying with laughter. But then we did freeze it eventually. So a guy we worked with, Turkish Glenn, his parents, shout out to his parents, they let us freeze it. They had like one of these big chest freezers out in their like garage. So they let us fill a big old bag with water, put this fucking fox thing in it, and freeze it in their freezer. But then we ran out of time to film it, so we just finished the project anyway, but then left it in the freezer for maybe another year. It was in there a long time, because his parents kept being like, you're going to get this fox out, and he was like, one day, come on, you can't throw it away, it was too good, we'll do it one day, we'll defrost it somewhere one day. It would have taken like 3 days to defrost, I think. It must have been such a big block of ice. Eventually, they just decided it'd been maybe more than a year, maybe like 2 years. And they were like, you're obviously not doing this. And they chucked it out and fucking threw it away. So never, that footage doesn't exist anywhere.
That's tragic. That poor fox died for nothing.
I know. But, well, it was already stuffed. But we did call our little like film production company Stuff Fox Productions. So shout out to Stuff Fox Productions.
It's a good name. What happened to the dead baby bird? Did you bury it after?
Probably threw it in the bin. Sadly, I'm afraid. Shout out to that bird. That was a weird. That was a weird bit. And I recorded. I sampled bird sounds and like put them through what's called like a bit crusher. So it made it sound like 8-bit and like distorted. So it was like this. Sounds going through, and like we had to present it on like a big screen. We're like, yeah, I'll send you the link later. You'll love it.
Did you win any? Did you win any like Tony Awards or anything like that, or were they music awards in there? Something Grammys?
No, well, it was
what
a short
Tony
film,
Award?
man. It was art, man.
Oh, was it art? So it'd be like a Golden Globe.
Yeah, I ain't about no awards, man. It was art.
He's not a sellout.
Yeah, man.
No, you need to be more of a sellout.
That's a good story, Rob. I really like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Your dad
No matter
freaking out at
the
fox.
topic, Rob's got a story. It's like the perfect, you're
Yeah.
the perfect person to have on a podcast, Rob, because no matter what happens,
Yeah.
from dogs driving cars to taxidermied foxes in freezers,
You
you come up with the goods.
You always know a guy who, or you've got a good little anecdote.
Yeah, I like that. Ben would especially enjoy listening to that. Anyway,
I love it.
I'm looking at this
Shout
guy's toaster that he made out of a bunny.
yeah, that's fucking rank, that, isn't it?
Is that on the webpage?
It's on the link that Rob sent. You can click on like in the first paragraph. It says he also made an Easter toaster out of a bunny.
I wish we'd noticed that for Easter. To be honest, that would have been.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same thing he's done with the whistle. He's just put a toaster. He's got like the skin of a rabbit and wrapped it around a toaster.
It's
And
horrible, man.
No, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's really.
he's
horrible,
put googly eyes on it.
isn't it? Yeah, he puts Google eyes on a lot of his stuff for a while.
And a mole. Like, why is he killing moles?
I mean, he probably didn't kill it.
I reckon he probably did. So
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, who knows?
Yeah, actually, because I don't come across that many dead animals.
No, you don't. Yeah.
My brother asked me this question once. He used to always come out with these mad questions. It'd always be like, "Would you take £1,000,000?" But and then
Classics,
some,
yeah, I love
you know,
these,
whatever.
yeah.
And he asked me this one, and it was, "Would you take £1,000,000, but every single time you see a dead animal in the road or on the side of the road, you throw up, like you instantly will be sick?" And he's like, "Not a lot, but like enough that it would like fill your mouth, or like you'd have to spit a bit out or whatever." And initially I'm like, yeah, £1,000,000, but the amount of dead animals you do see on the road,
Is a lot.
it is a lot.
Mm.
You'd be being sick all the time, and like if I've got £1,000,000, you might do a bit more travelling than you do now.
Yeah.
I'm on the road a lot more. I'm gonna be so sick. And he's like, no, you train yourself to like not look at it, but it's impossible. You're looking at the road.
It's impossible.
And
yeah.
like you see, I drove past like as I was driving today, I only went on like a 40-minute drive, and I saw 2 dead foxes, and
Yeah.
and it wasn't
You'd
even on
probably
like a big road.
You'd probably get used to being sick though. Like Steve-O from Jackass is just
Maybe.
sick all the time. He doesn't seem to give a fuck. That reminded me though. I know a guy, right? I used to be mates with this guy in uni who wanted to get into doing taxidermy, and he was really trying to do he wanted to do a double-headed fox and stuff like that,
Oh yeah,
which
I like that.
I guess is interesting, but very weird still.
it's more interesting in what this guy's doing.
Macabre. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyone who wants to take up taxidermy is, not someone that I want to have stay over at my apartment.
yeah. It's weird.
Yes.
But I'm sure, like when you, if you was interested in it, or if we were talking to someone who's interested, say, "Oh no, it's actually pretty cool because it's quite difficult," and I'm sure it is like a difficult thing to do, and you have to be good at it, and there's like a big learning curve, and obviously you get loads of bad taxidermy. But even then, it's like, why? Like,
Yeah.
why do you want to do?
Yeah.
And who enjoys dead? Like, who is it for? Like, people make pottery and stuff because people like pots, and people like
And you've got a function as well.
yeah, and they've got a function. But you're stuffing dead animals just so someone can have a dead animal sit in their house, which I find weird anyway.
Yeah.
Well, you got lots of dead animals sitting in both of your fridges and freezers, I suppose. So.
Whoa!
Not my fridge that you find, Rob. It's a meat-free zone.
Repping.
Yeah.
Hype.
I've only got like a few.
A few herds. I've only got a few herds in there.
Anyway, who's next?
I'll go next if you want, Tom.
Yeah, go on, George.
As usual, I've got loads, but I'm only going to do one. I've really struggled to narrow down which one I want to talk about.
In the vault.
But-
George's vault.
Yeah.
Yeah, my vault. So I've got one that's really, really, really short, but it is really recent. It is from today.
Whoa.
Fuck
So-
hell.
Whoa, current events.
Yeah.
Current events. So I'm
Although by
gonna-
the time you're hearing this, it has been 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, so this is the 28th of April, 2020. So it's really short. So maybe I'll do a little extra little boy at the end. Unexploded grenade found in German forest turns out to just be a butt plug. Police say the rubber grenade's proximity to lubricant and condoms helped to verify their findings.
That's good.
So yeah, an object thought to be an unexploded World War II era hand grenade found in woodland in Germany was actually a rubber sex toy, police have said. Earlier this week, a jogger discovered what she thought was a grenade in the Bavarian forest near the city of Passau in southern Germany and called police. A bomb squad was sent to the forest in Hausenberg, but they quickly deemed the item to be non-threatening. This is the weird bit. The bag the grenade was in also contained lubricant, 2 unopened condoms, fine, and a USB cable, object which helps bomb disposal experts to reach their conclusion. What is the USB cable? What bearing has that got on?
It's that fucking guy from that had it down his down his old urethra. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll send you the link to the article
there.
because there's a photo of the grenade, but in the top left corner you can see the end of the USB cable, and it looks like it's been through some stuff. The USB
Well, there you
cable.
go.
Is
It's
horrible.
him. Well, we just cracked it. He's up the butt plug one side. He wants to fill himself. That's his idea. He wants to.
I also can't figure out whether that is a butt plug, the hand grenade, because I don't know. It just doesn't look like it would do anything for anyone.
That looks like something
Like
that
a douche or
pumps
something.
air. Like
To be fair,
you know,
yeah,
you
that
get like
does-
what I'm
you'd
thinking.
squeeze it and it would pump air into something like a.
It's like one of
butthole
those
or something.
lemons. You know those little lemons.
I can see the
Oh,
confusion,
where you,
though,
where
innit?
you get lemon juice from.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah. It really
Yeah.
does. It really does look like a
lemon
grenade,
juice
though,
with
doesn't
lemon.
it?
Oh god.
But yeah, where you get
yeah.
that fake lemon juice that's
Yeah.
like bottled up in a fake lemon.
I know exactly what you mean.
Sour water.
No, yeah, you're probably right. It probably is so maybe it goes in less, and then you and it fills.
Oh, it expands when it's in your
yeah,
bumhole.
maybe.
In your anus.
It really does look like a grenade, though, doesn't it? I can see why they're actually confused now. Like.
Yeah.
It's
Do you not
the,
think- I
it's
think
the
that
shape
looks
of
like
a
a
grenade, but
Yeah, but also look, the markings. It's got like that
It's like ridges.
grenade-like ridges. Yeah,
It's ribbed for her or his pleasure.
yeah.
But yeah, the
Aqua
USB cable, look at the top left, Rob. Look at the state of it.
I
I wouldn't put that anywhere near my bits. No way.
It's all like rusted.
why did the USB
It's also
cable
not a USB
help
cable, that's
them
not-
determine what it was?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is, what?
It's
bearing
not a
has that got on
USB.
it?
It's not a USB cable though. It is. Look, one end is like it's like a 9-volt DC
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
plug.
it's USB to something. So it's probably charging something.
Maybe the butt plug expands electronically.
Or maybe is there a little charging slot at the bottom of the butt plug? Is that a little charging slot? At the
We
end?
want to know any butt plug experts. Can you please get in touch? We want to know more about this specific one.
We must have a few. There's got to be a few on
Yeah.
listening. So that was it effectively. So people thought it was a grenade. It wasn't. It was a sex toy. The condition the objects were found in implied they had been in the forest for a while. And then a search on the internet then confirmed the suspicion. There are actually sex toys in the form of hand grenades. And that was what
so
it
they
was
are
all
meant to
about
look
here, the police told Vice World News in an email statement.
So they are meant to look like hand grenades.
Guess so, yeah. I think the reason why they took it so seriously is because it's a big thing in Germany. Like, obviously,
Finding unexploded.
yeah, something happened a little while ago where there's like loads of bombs left over. So they're still finding them in forests and mines and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, I bet.
Was it last year there was like a big evacuation in Hamburg or somewhere where they found an unexploded bomb like in a block of flats. Obviously a block of flats had been built, and then in the courtyard like a massive bomb was found still live, and had to evacuate like 50,000 people or 20,000 people from the city.
We get quite a lot of World War II bombs around here because there was loads of factories in Dagenham. Like there was a big Ford factory that I think got converted into like building planes and shit. And so they tried to bomb the shit out of Dagenham, and every couple of months or so they don't evacuate, but they might evacuate like a couple streets at least while they detonate a bomb. And on like the local Facebook page the other day, there was like a post saying, there's going to be an explosion at this time, you know, it's going to be a bomb, like, don't panic. And then it happened, and everyone's on the page going, what the fuck was that? But
that's pretty cool. You actually hear it. So when they say a controlled explosion, they do an explosion, like.
yeah, guess so.
Yeah.
Have you seen the one? There's a few. They always find them like off the coast of Southend as well, because obviously the planes used to follow the river into London, and then as they were leaving London, if they had any bombs left, they'd just drop them to obviously fuck off
to be
quicker.
lighter. Yeah.
But there's videos on online when they find like an old mine or an old bomb, they'll blow it up in the water, and it's a massive explosion, like huge. So if like a ship hit it, it would like still wreck a ship, fully on wreck it.
Ain't there like a mad like a ammunitions boat that's sunk off the coast somewhere, and it's still there?
Yeah.
And it's like they monitor it all the time. If it goes up, it'll take out half of Canvey Island or something.
It's mad. It's called. You can see it from Southend Pier. I even know the name because I'm that much of a history nerd.
Yeah, I knew you'd know.
It's called the SS Montgomery.
Okay, yeah.
And apparently it's got like so much like ammunition on it that there's like an exclusion zone all the way around it. No ships can go, like no one can dive on it because it's all obviously falling apart now. The wreck's slowly degrading, so they're worried what's going to happen like if the hull collapses and all the bombs just like shift. It'd be like a massive explosion.
Yeah,
to be fair, if it wipes out Canvey, yeah.
Brutal.
When I was at school and I was going around my mate's house after school, the same mate who came on his homework that I was talking about a couple of weeks ago with Ziggy. But
what? Oh, I haven't heard that bit yet.
Oh, I think this is on the episode we recorded, the other episode we recorded with Ziggy, but he needed a wank, and the only thing that was nearby was his homework. But it was going around his house after school, come out of school, and a couple of the roads are closed off, and there was like policemen there, like, oh, you can't go down here, there's like a controlled explosion or whatever. And he's like, oh fuck, like can't get home or whatever. So I think he just came around mine or whatever.
So he had a wank.
And and I think he got a call from his dad and was like, are you on your way home? He's like, well, yeah, I tried, but there's police outside. He's like, yeah. So he's like, where are you then? He's like, oh, I'm indoors, I'm at home. And what had happened was he used to work nights, so he was like asleep during the day, and he used to sleep with earplugs in, everything. So the police are going up and down the street evacuating everyone, banging on the doors. He just sleeps through it, and then he wakes up and he's just starts getting ready for work, and he looks out the window and he just sees police, bomb squad, like all down the road. And he kind of just was, he almost was like a bit embarrassed, and he was kind of like, it's too late now, I'm in too deep. Like because he see everyone had been evacuated. He could look down the road out of his window, and he could see everyone just like standing at the barriers, like, which is as far as, you know, as close as you're allowed to get, and the bomb squad. And he was just like, oh shit. And he's like texting my mate's mum, and she was like, oh yeah, she tried to come home as well, couldn't. So he just had to sit indoors and just hope that his house didn't get blown up while he was in it, and it was all fine.
It's such a dad thing to do, isn't it? Like, no, I've slept through. That's it. We've got to accept my fate now.
He didn't want to go out of the house, and then just like police just obviously be like jumping in and be like, yeah, fuck off. It probably would have been fine. They probably just been like, mate, fucking, you got to get out of here, get to work. But I think he had to like get in his car as well, and it was like, are they going to let me drive my car out of here, or are they just going to tell me to like go over there?
That's a great excuse to not go to work, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
I can't come to work because there's a bomb outside my front door.
It's like there's a famous thing. Apparently, there was like a lion escaped from a zoo or something, and the bloke, and they were told, everyone's staying where you are. And there's a bloke in the pub, and they told they weren't allowed to leave the pub because there was this lion like right nearby. So he has to borrow the pub phone. It was back in the day, and he calls up his wife and says, I can't come home from the pub. They've told us we've got to stay, and there's a lion on the loose. She's like, fuck off, don't come home. I love to know that's true. Yeah,
I like that.
Lynn wouldn't have that. she'd come down, she'd punch the lion, she'd drag me home.
She said, "I'm not having that. You're lying."
So that was the butt plug shaped like a grenade.
That's good.
I liked it. Simple but effective. Like,
like the butt plug.
yeah. Nice.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to sit on these other stories. I'm going to let them brew.
Like the butt plug.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit on these, let them brew, let them, form a crust, and I'm going to crack them out.
Yeah,
on another
I'm sure there'll be other
Hopefully not
opportunities
like
for you
the
to
butt
talk
plug.
about them.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll record some more.
Yeah.
I'm
episodes.
building up. I'm building up.
I'm
quite
jealous
the,
of your. Yeah, I'm jealous of your archive. I need to start stashing up a few.
I will sell you some. I'll sell you some stories.
I've got loads of stories stashed up, and then every week I go in my notes folder where they are, and I look at them and I think they're all just shit. I have to find new ones, and then like today I found maybe like 4, added 3 of them to the archive, pulled out this one, and I know next week I'll look at them again and be like, those 3 are shit. Not doing it. But this one, so I'll send you the link. This man has 35 girlfriends all at the same time, and he's told them all that he has a different birthday, so he can get 35 birthday gifts a year. And then I guess have his birthday celebrated 35 times a year. So it's a Japanese man, and he's been arrested for seeing 35 women at the same time to get gifts from them all year round on his fake birthdays.
Why is that a crime? I guess he's like conning them.
Yeah, I think it says in here that it's fraud, but I don't buy it. I think, they don't have to buy him a present. Yeah, is it a crime to be an entrepreneur just to make a buck in this world? But a Japanese man has been arrested after he got into 35 relationships at the same time, which is impressive. In order to get gifts for fake birthdays. Takashi Miyagawa, 39 years old, was detained after he conned 35 women by pretending that he was serious about them. The part-time worker from the Kansai region in the southern area of Japan told all the women that he had different birthdays in a bid to make sure he had a constant supply of presents. He told a 47-year-old lover that his birthday was on February 2nd. To another 40-year-old woman, he said that his birthday was in July. Yet another woman was informed his birthday was in April. His real birthday was November 14th.
I've thought of a massive hole to his plan already, though.
Yeah.
Because surely the chances that none of them are having a birthday in the time that he's dating them, if there's 35 of them, he's going to probably end up buying about 10 to 12 presents, maybe.
That is true.
Oh, yeah.
Like, or is he just like doing them for like 2 weeks, and each one of them he's like, birthday's next week. Why are they buying him a present then? More fool them for buying him a present so fucking early.
Fool me once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure this article will go into great detail, as they always do.
This is a particularly good website, actually. TimesNowNews.com.
Times Now News, yeah.
Good.
I think half of my stories are also from here. A total of 35 women fell victim to Miyagawa, as per Japanese news site Sora News 24. However, there is also a possibility that there are more victims of the Japanese Romeo. Miyagawa has been accused of swindling the women out of 100,000 Japanese yen, which
Can I just quickly
unknown amount of pounds.
Can I just point out I don't think it's very literary. Is that I don't think it's very accurate from a literary standpoint to refer to him as Romeo, because Romeo loved the one woman and died for her.
Yeah.
It should be Casanova.
It should be Casanova,
yeah.
Casanova.
I think you'll find that you are referring to Casanova and not Romeo. Who's written this? Soma Agrawal. You have wronged
Fucking idiot.
Romeo.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Poor
And you
Romeo.
will feel the wrath of the Curios cast.
So he swindled the women out of 100,000 Japanese yen, which is £660.
In total or each?
In total, I guess. It says accused of swindling the women out of 100,000 Japanese yen worth of birthday presents, clothes and cash. Cash?
Cash. Someone just put a tenner in a card. Right?
So what is £660 divided by 35? So on average, these women were buying him £18.85 pence presents. I mean, that does line up with your theory that, you know, he maybe got with them.
Short term,
told
yeah,
them, oh, it's my birthday in a month. Birthday,
So,
maybe
gesture,
a couple
like,
months or so.
Yeah.
And then, you know, maybe if they'd been seeing him for a couple months, he's said that he's interested in marriage and that he's serious about it. So they're thinking, okay, I've got to get him something nice. 20 quid, we'll do it.
Get him a t-shirt. Yeah, cut of them are like tenner in a card.
Yeah, so he's playing the numbers game here.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, stressful that'd be having that on the go.
I was going to say, of all the cons, it's not the best.
No.
Do you reckon it just got out of hand? Like he had 2 girlfriends, and you know he was sort of just playing that and going along with that, and then it just got out of hand, and he didn't even know that he had 35 girlfriends.
Yeah. Maybe it just ramps up. Like the more girlfriends you have, just the more like Casanova energy you're letting out, and then the more attractive you become to these 40-year-old women, and then suddenly you can't stop.
Do you reckon he was wanking on his homework?
I mean, how big this guy must have balls.
Have a reserve,
with the same ratio as that squirrel from last time.
Yeah, you see. It made me think of something I tried to do once. I didn't get very far, but not that. I basically, you know, like where was it? It was like some place you can get milkshakes and shit. I can't remember where it was, right? But it was like you get a milkshake
anywhere.
Narrows it down, doesn't it?
For any restaurant.
No, yeah. The fucking American one. Whatever they're called.
What, McDonald's?
Ed's.
Ed's
Diner.
Diner.
Oh, Ed's Easy Diner.
Yeah, one's like an American. Yeah, you could sign up, and when it was your birthday, you got a free shake.
Yeah.
So I thought I'm not going to do that on my birthday because I get enough shit on my birthday. I'll just do it. I'll just put my birthday as a random day in the year. But then I thought there's got to be quite a few places that do that. Like, and I did it with I can't remember what it was. There was another one you got to sign
did it as well.
So yeah, someone did it for a burger. So I had a different place where you got a burger at just a random point in the year, and I'd get an email and I'd be like, free burger time, free. Yeah.
There's a
So
story
you could do
I wanted
that
to bring
every month. If you did it monthly, you'd be like this lad.
Yeah,
for
you'd have
free. You could eat for free.
Gifts. Free.
There was a
gifts
story I
around-
wanted
around-
to bring a couple of weeks ago about I think it was in Korea. It was a sushi restaurant that was offering free sushi, all you can eat sushi for anyone called Salmon. So loads of people were changing their name to Salmon, like legally changing it to get the free sushi. And by the end, the restaurant owner was like, please stop. Right.
Isn't the cost of
much?
changing your name
Yeah, I was gonna
much
say,
more
yeah.
than sushi
There's
costs?
much more, yeah.
I don't
There's
know,
gotta
maybe
be-
in Korea it's easy or free or I don't know.
How much does it cost to change your name? And are there a lot of like aggy ramifications to that? Like surely, like if you really do it, you've then got to change your driving license, which costs. You got to change all your bills.
Do everything, yeah. It's pain.
Yeah.
But I changed my number recently to a Dutch number, and that was a pain in itself. Just
Yeah.
that. So I can't imagine changing your.
Should we do it as an
your name.
experiment, like one of those things? And it'd be a really good fucking clickbait title, wouldn't it? I changed my name to
Yeah.
lamppost wall or something like brick wall lamppost, and it was a right pain. You know, like, can't believe what happened.
I still love our mutual friend's name, Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah, we were trying to get one of our friends to change his name to what was it? Max Bitrate. We were just really pissed one night, and we were just cracking up, and he was going, I'm gonna do it. I was like, yeah, please do. I was like, we'll pay, and he was like, I'm definitely gonna do it. In the morning text was like, my wife won't let me do it.
Max
She was like, I am
Bitrate
not
is great.
being Mrs. Bitrate.
Maxine Bitrate.
Yeah, you had to be, wouldn't it?
It says here that this Japanese man, he met all these women while working with a marketing company where he sold hydrogen water shower heads and other products. I don't know what a hydrogen water shower head is. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Sounds intense, yeah.
Yeah. He's obviously a bit of a,
A shyster.
yeah,
A flash Harry.
yeah, he's a good salesman. Not only can he
A
sell
ducker and a diver,
hydrogen
yeah.
hydrogen water shower heads, but he can sell himself pretty well.
That does sound proper door to door, doesn't it? You'd go around and be like, "You want to buy a hydrogen water shower head? I got plenty."
Oh, it says here, not only did he not only get presents from these women, but he managed to sell them some of the shower devices that he was peddling, all for profit. So he's getting commission on them as well.
No.
Wow. He targeted single women, which is smart, telling them that he wanted to get married at some time soon.
Oh, you were right, Tom. You say you've fucking done this before, haven't you?
So he, and I guess these women. So the only two that it kind of lists here, one of them's 47 years old, one of them's 40 years old. So I'm assuming maybe that's his demographic. There. He's
target market.
Yeah, these single 40-year-olds haven't been married yet.
It might be
telling me he's all about the marriage.
I might be wrong, but I'm sure in Japan, I don't know about now, but there used to be like a stigma of women over a certain age that weren't married. You know, and then it sort of always became super hard for them to then become married, like find a husband or a partner and get married. Once you pass a certain age, they were seen as like
rotten.
Not rotten, but like
it's kind of the stigma in a lot of countries, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
I guess so.
Wrongly so. Stupid, but
so maybe it's that. Maybe that's his thing. That's how he got them. You know, he was like playing on that.
Played on that.
He's doing them a favour.
Well, not really.
I mean, if the showerhead thing's decent, then at least they got that. They got it.
And I wonder how much they cost.
Still a good deal. You probably give them a good deal.
Discount, mates rates.
Yeah.
It says here. It says netizens had mixed reactions, but that's like they're saying that as if it's a name. And
netizens is going to be, that's like a really old-fashioned internet term for people on like chat rooms, isn't it? Like netizen.
Yeah. So I thought it was a name, and then it said netizens had mixed reactions. But yeah, I literally I quickly looked it up, and it is someone who uses the internet. So like on the net and citizen and netizen.
Right.
I think that was like an early.
That is so term. Like 2002, isn't it?
Yeah, that's proper like.
Had mixed reactions. While some were disgusted, others were in awe of how he managed to see so many women at the same time. One user said, even if he sees one every day, there's still 5 more after a month. Another wrote, he's an awful person, but I envy his time management skills.
That is true. I mean, it's quite impressive.
Man. As if you would ever like get a name wrong. Like, fuck me.
And forget what birthday you told him as well.
I thought that, yeah. That's where the lie becomes. I listened to a thing the other day, actually, that was like talking about like the psychology of lies. And it was like how this woman had told like quite a fairly, well, it wasn't fairly my name, but it was like, it wasn't, it was like a lie because she converted to being Muslim and then got with this Muslim guy. And oh no, what was the other? No, well, she got with him and then convert, but she didn't convert because she was already going to do it. It wasn't because she got with him. So she told people it was the other way around, just because she didn't want people to think that she'd done it because of him. But then it was saying about how she'd forgot, she'd end up forgetting who she told one thing to, or the husband might just come out of it because he didn't give a fuck. And then it was like, and then someone would ask and it would get awkward. And so there's no way he wouldn't just slip up somewhere along the lines and forget like, something. Is that the only lie he told, or was he like?
Yeah, and like if I had to tell
sorts of shit.
35 different people just a different date, So you're gonna forget who you've told what. Like you might remember, you might have a system in your head for like all these different birthdays, but how are you gonna be able to remember who you've told what?
He kept fastidious notes, and then before he'd go out of him, he'd have to surely remind himself. Right, tonight it's Jessica.
Yeah,
my birthday's April the 9th with her. And
maybe he was doing it as like a memory test.
Yeah, and he must, maybe, yeah. And she is into pottery and
taxidermy.
Grenade butt plugs.
Let's get her as a guest.
Well, I think you should get an interview with him next, Tom.
Yeah, maybe. It's got his full name here.
How's your Japanese?
So.
I know
That's Japanese for really good.
I know a guy that lives in Tokyo. Actually, listener of the podcast.
Rob, I know a guy, Oliver.
If you're listening, hit me up, man. Like you know you are the doctor. Maybe you can interview this guy for us.
Does he know Japanese as well? As well as living there, right? Yeah.
He is learning, and I'm assuming he's just one of those smart motherfuckers. He's probably got a pretty good handle on it by now.
Nice. All right. We'll
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
But yeah, that's that.
I like it.
I don't know why he was arrested still. I don't really get what the crime is. It doesn't, you know.
Well, I guess if he
much to my surprise, this article doesn't delve into the details.
I guess he was fleecing them a little, especially if you're like selling them shit. It's a bit like
600 quid.
Yeah, okay. It's not the greatest of crimes, is it?
Yeah. He goes to small claims court and then he just has to pay them back the 20 quid each.
Yeah.
He's made that back in commission. Maybe he wasn't interested in them. Well, obviously he wasn't interested in them at all. But it wasn't just about the presents. It was just pumping up his numbers for his company, right?
Yeah, that made him look good. He could have got that anal plug.
Nice.
I feel welcomed back. I feel
back in the groove.
Curios,
with your flat Guinness.
Yeah. It's not very nice, actually, to be honest with you. I'm not really feeling it.
No.
Yeah.
You don't look like you're enjoying it.
No, I haven't been really. Anyway.
Well, thanks, guys, for tuning in. We'll be back next week with the first of 3 upcoming mystery episodes. So tune in to find out. We're not going to tell you what mystery's coming up. You're going to have to... That in itself is part of the mystery. Whoa.
It's actually... there was actually a mystery episode last week. And... the next mystery episode is next week.
Really? I didn't know that.
So much of a mystery.
This is a mystery to me.
Yeah, the mystery episodes. That's their nature. Is they just you never know when they're going to be uploaded.
God, unbelievable. Well, how about that mystery last week?
Hope you enjoyed that
look forward to another one next week. Right, peace.
See ya.